Hello, folks. Patrick speaking here. So, today we'll talk about the difference between business and a job. And the question is, what is better between a business and a job? So, I'll try and help you out in choosing what's better for you. So, let's get right into it. So, let's get creating. So, there we go. So, what is better between a business and a job? So, let's get some education going, and then let's make an educated decision. Okay. So, first of all, let's lay down some rules. Hey, Amanda. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Hope you'll enjoy this. Hey, Tabiso. How are you, big guy? Hope you're well. Hope everyone will enjoy this. So, let's lay down some rules. So, firstly, business people, my suggestion to you is, hey, Mto, I hope you're well. Stick to business. If you are a business person, stick to your business. You don't have a right to now go into people who are in jobs and start talking bad about people who are in jobs. As well as people who are working, stay in your lane. You talk about your job, you talk about jobs, but you don't have a right now to go into the people who are in business and start dissing on the people who are in business. So you have no right when you are in business to talk trash about people who are working, and as well as if you are working, you have no right to talk trash about people who are in business. Think about it. If it wasn't for business people, there won't be any jobs. But also think about it, if there's no workers, no business person would make money. So my thinking about this is, stay in your lane. It's okay for people to do business, and it's okay for people for people to work. That's fine. You need these people who work to buy the products from your business. And you cannot make money if people don't buy. And they get this money from working. So respect that. It's okay for people to work. And people who are working, it's okay for people to be in business, because all these things that you're buying, you're getting from businesses. If it wasn't for these business people, you wouldn't get. So let's get cracking. Hi, Dumelo. Hope you're well. So, number one, here are the two things. I'll be comparing business and having a job, and unfortunately, because of time, I cannot get into real depth with this issue, but I'll just deal with a couple of things. So, number one, being in business is high risk and high reward. See, I wrote it in red and gave it a red thing because it's high risk, high reward. You find most people that are in business will either hit rock bottom or they will be sky high. They seldom are in the middle. Whereas when you are in a job, it's a lower risk, but you've got steady reward. So a person in a job seldom hits very seldom hits rock bottom. Things can get bad, but not as bad as they get when you are in business. So the second one is, in business you can be broke and the bills not paid. So you find business people being broke, having no money, and the bills are not paid. They have not paid bills. That's very possible that happens. Whereas in the side of being in a job, you often when you are broke, it's after you've paid your bills. So the most important bills are paid, then you get broke. So it's lower risk that side. So if for you what's important is a car, you'll find after paying your car, you get broke and you cannot do other things, but at least you've paid your car. Whereas the entrepreneur or the business people, they get broke and the car is not paid. So it's high risk. Business people, you can hit rock bottom. Here is an interesting thing. About every person in business will get broke about 4 times on average. It's 3.5 times on average. So you can get broke and hit absolute rock bottom and have absolutely nothing. Very possible. It happens in business. Whereas on the other side, when you are in a job, you're most likely going to be average. Meaning you'll have your car, you'll have your house, but you won't have if you have a good car, you want to have a good house. If you have a good house, you want to have a good car. So you'll most probably hit average. You won't be too high, and most of the time you don't get too low. In business, you pay yourself based on production or profits. If there's no production, no profits, you don't get paid. Whereas in the job, you get paid for time in hours. So hence, on the pay slip, it is you get this much per hour. So they pay you for the time that you are at work. So let's keep going. So guys, just remember to keep your emotions intact. I can hear some of you saying, hey, this guy is talking bad about business. Oh, this guy is talking bad about our jobs. Let's just keep our emotions intact. I'm just stating facts. These are just facts. So in business, let me give you numbers. Numbers don't lie. We need to look at these numbers, and these numbers are just true. Let's just work with numbers. Numbers don't lie. 96% of businesses fail in a 10-year span. 96%. And of the 4% that is left, not all of them are making money. Ouch. Ouch. When you look at the job side, 27.7% in South Africa, and it's less than 10% in the USA, are losing their jobs. 27.7% of South Africans are losing their jobs. In USA, it's less than 10%. And most of this is due to technology. So technology is really, taking over. I'm sure you know 1 or 2 people who've lost their jobs, and looking at what technology is doing now, chances are this will rise more and more. So more and more people will most probably lose their jobs. But the stat right now is 27.7% of South Africans are losing their jobs. In business, 97% of business people, they literally own, or business people own 97% of the wealth. So 97% of the wealth is owned by business people. That's staggering. That is insane. And the other side, the 3% of the wealth that's left is shared mostly by workers, unfortunately. But there's a slight twist to this tale. If you are a worker, you can get into investing, and investing can make a massive difference. I'll touch on this later on, but because of time, I won't be able to go into details, but I'll give you something that you can literally go and do today that will help you out on that aspect. Business people, they own their time, but they tend to work more initially, and they seldom retire. Business people seldom retire. 80% of business people never retire. They never, ever retire. But they own their time. So they do whatever, whenever. And the irony of this is they are often at work. They're often working some point or another. So they are often there at work, even though they own their time. Whereas on the other side, if you're in your job, you seldom own your time. You never own your time. You must be at work. You are given hours. You have to be at work. But here's the challenge. Those people in jobs, when they retire, 95% of them cannot sustain life after retirement. Ouch, that's really tough. 95% of people who retire who were working cannot sustain their lives after retirement. Here's a fact in business: 100% of the people who build businesses, they hate it when they build it. It's hard, it's difficult. They hate it. So much so that 96% even quit. But of the 4% that's left, 95% of them, they love the success. They love the success. So when you see them successful, understand they hated building it, but once they've built it, 95% of them absolutely love it. On the other side, 90+% of people who start jobs, they love their jobs when they start. But unfortunately, 86% of people who are in jobs right now hate their jobs. They hate them. They hate them. I'm sure you know of someone who hates their jobs. You maybe even hated it yourself. I was in a job for some time and I loathed my job. So the question is it better to do business or is it better for you to get a job? So you decide for yourself. Look at the facts. Look at what you can live with. Look at what you're comfortable with doing and decide for yourself. And whatever choice you make, do not go around dissing the other side. Don't go around dissing the other side. So if you guys are getting value from this, go ahead and go nuts on that love button. Go ahead and go nuts on that love button. Or share this if you feel someone will benefit from knowing these facts and being able to choose between a business and a job. So go ahead and share this. So here are some things. I'll just give you a couple of things, and I cannot go into details because of time. So I'll just give you one or two things that you can do to sort of enjoy both sides to minimize risk. So one of the things that you can do is do both. Have a business whilst you're working. So that helps you minimize the risks of being in a business, and same time it assists you in getting the upside of the business. So you lessen the risk of hitting rock bottom, and then you increase your chances of going higher than what you would have gone if you were doing, if you were only working. So doing both can help you. It's hard, it's not easy, but there are people who are able to, and those people really, if they master both, they really enjoy life. The second thing you can do is you can learn how to invest. So whether you are in a business or a job, learn how to invest. So you can invest in stocks and bonds, whatever you want to invest in. And when you go get this book, The Richest Man in Babylon, it really gives you very good tips on how to invest and what to do in order to maximize on investment. Get the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I promise you it will help you today. Today you'll get tips that you can use from today that will help you. So if you learn to invest, you're really minimizing the risks of being in business and in a job. The third thing is, whichever you choose, I'll say this again, whichever you choose, whether you choose business or you choose to be in a job, just stay in your lane and do it the best that you can. If you choose a job, do the best that you can. If you choose a business, do the best that you can. The more time you spend criticizing the other, you are wasting the time you could be using to get better at what you are doing. So if you are in a job and you're busy criticizing business people, you are wasting that time. You could have used that time to get better and better in your job. If you're in a business and criticizing people in a job, you are wasting time. Spend that time maximizing on your business. Spend that time learning your business. Spend that time and doing more and more for your business. So don't waste time criticizing what you're not doing. So if you guys are getting value, just go ahead and go nuts on that love button. And if you feel there's people who need to hear this, share this so that people can hear this. So now I'm basically going to talk to 3 people. I know I've said 2 there, but it's 3 people. So I want to talk to people who want to do business and work, who want to do both of them. Number 2, I want to talk to people who are looking for entrepreneurship. And then number 3, I wrote it in red there. I want to talk to those people who are just hungry and who will do whatever that they needs to be done to quench their hunger. And of course, it has to be legal. I'm not talking about, of course, if it's legal. So I want to talk to those 3 people. So if you're not one of those people, you can hop off. It was great hosting you. It was great talking to you. I hope you got value. I hope you got something out of this. But now I'm just going to talk to these 3 people, and I really appreciate and love all of you who were watching till now. And if you feel, you're not one of these people and it's okay to hop off, high five, kudos to you. I hope this information sort of helps you out and you can choose between having a job and a business, and you can make an educated decision. And like I said, I don't have time to go through all of the facts, but I just touched on a few important ones. So let me talk to these 3 people. If you done watching, I appreciate you. You can hop off, and I appreciate you very much. So let me talk to these 3 people. So 1, people who want to do business and work. 2, people who are looking to be entrepreneurs. And 3, the ones who are hungry and who would do whatever to fill their hunger, if it's legal, of course. So to those 3 people, I say, listen, I'm still building, I'm actively building my network marketing business. So you may be here on this Facebook, or this will also go to YouTube. So you may be here because you were pointed to this by me, or you may be landed here by accident. If you're one of those 2, reach out to me. I'll happily show you the kind of business that I do. And if you're open to it, I'll show you. If you're not open to taking a look, it's no big deal. So if you're open to taking a look, just send me Messenger or send me a message via YouTube. And then if you're here and you were instructed by someone else to get here, so reach out to that person who brought you here, whether it's here on Facebook or it's on YouTube. Reach out to that person, and they will gladly show you the business that they are in. So hopefully you guys will reach out. So, but if not, it's no big deal. So this has been a blast. So hope you guys got massive value from this. Hope this helps you out. So hope you guys go out and crush it. So whether you do business or you are in a job, go out there and be the best of what you choose to do. So hope you guys have fun. Cheers. Bye.